So assuming the position, feet drawn in a little bit, so you could very easily stand up without having to get momentum. Pelvis stacked, spine stacked on top, a little bit open in the chest, not slumped. Chin slightly tucked as the top of the head's pulled up gently. So your spine's like gold coins stacked up. So there's an effortlessness in sitting. And just feeling the perfect point where your head feels the lightest. And we're holding that position. And just acknowledging to yourself, I'm here to practice sitting still. We're training the external and the internal, so the mind and the heart and the body to be still. For the next 10 minutes, sensations, thoughts, feelings don't mean anything. We can place meaning on them after if we need to examine them or integrate them more. For right now, they have no meaning. So we're training the awareness to not have to grasp to these things. So we can train a real stillness that's beyond the mind, beyond the emotional mind, beyond the mental activity. We're feeling into the deep ocean that no matter what storm is on the top of the ocean, the deep ocean is very still. And this is a practice that can take us into that stillness, that can help us unwind our karma in a few different ways. And just by doing the practice itself, meditation being a virtuous act, it builds the integrity, the inner strength, the willpower. So just breathing in out through your nose, tongue on the roof of the mouth, lips are closed, the jaw or teeth are unclenched. So the jaw just hangs in the mouth. The jaw muscles on either side of the jaw are relaxed. The spine sitting up as if it's a tent pole, a central pole in a tent or a circus tent. So the arms hang off that structure, the body finds its still point. So the breathing of us has a chance to properly activate and release in the diaphragm and the ribs. So the shoulders can just hang off the skeleton and not be held by muscle tension. Not be held by usual patterns of stress or anxiety or fear. Patterns of harshness. Even though it may sound initially like it's a bit unkind or harsh to just sit still, we're teaching the mind to be still, to find a central point, because the mind is more powerful when we use it more like a laser rather than diffuse light. It's a very kind thing we're doing to ourselves, to understand ourselves more. To centralize the energy in the body, to really learn how to breathe properly, gaining a skill for life, gaining maturity of a soul being in a body. So being aware of the three things that can come up that the mind throws at us, the body throws at us to distract us from being still. So it's wanting to attach to the external world or attach to the internal world through sensations. So we keep the eyes fixed on a single point, a few meters in front of us, remaining still, the breathing quiet, just letting the breath be quiet. And the three things is the mystery itch, sensation in the body. Number two is pain in the body, pain from sitting. This is particularly if you're sitting cross-legged or when you really start to sit for longer periods. pain starts to build. And it's a way of the body distracting you from stillness. So we aim to relax and stay in the stillness despite pain being there. It's usually a dull, aching sensation. If it's sharp pain, you make whatever adjustment you need to, because it can happen. Be smart about it. If you were to find that you really need to move because of emotional need to move, frustration, or pushing too hard starts to build, move. Give yourself a break as part of the kindness to yourself. But you do that after you've attempted to calm things with the techniques. Techniques of just staying still, of being quiet in your breath. It's only 10 minutes. And the third one is boredom. So if we feel bored, we keep practicing. It's normal to feel bored. Boredom happens before there's a big breakthrough. So the technique we add today, we don't have to use it the whole session, use as needed. We're just assigning labels to sensation, feeling, or thought. So I take it itchy on my arm, for example. I just acknowledge its sensation. So I feel it again, that's just sensation. Not attaching to a meaning in it, an old memory about it. It's just sensation. I have a thought. When thoughts come in meditation, that's very normal. The mind's nature is to wander, so we keep bringing it back to what we're doing. We're just being still. The thought comes, or we just label it thought. No matter what flavour the thought has, it's just a thought. And that can be tricky. The mind will wander off with thoughts before we realise. So if we wander it off, we go, oh, that was a thought. Come back to the centre. And the third one is feeling. So it's more to do with emotion. Start to feel angry, bored, sad, happy. Just feeling. We start to feel elated, which happens in meditation. Can happen quite fast sometimes. Really beautiful euphoria, elation. We're just labeling it feeling. It's great that it's there, but it's just a feeling. Attaching to it too strongly can become a problem in the future. Because the thing about emotions and feelings is they come and go. In meditation, we're just training the awareness to be here, to just watch and witness what's going on. There's sensation, there's thought, there's feelings going on. We can process anything later if we need to. If it's really important, it'll come back at another point. But right now, the boundary is we're training awareness. We're training to sit still. We're building a foundation for even deeper practice later. And you can dedicate your practice, your efforts, the merit. It's very virtuous to practice meditation, very virtuous to turn your awareness inwards. I dedicate the entire merit of this practice to the absolute well-being and enlightenment of all beings, all those who I know and love, all those who I don't know, and especially also to those who really test me and I find difficult to like. I send my love and well wishes to them too.